We are Healthcare Partners of Nevada. We promise to earn and keep your trust.
We promise to treat you like family.
We promise.
We promise.
We promise to be an important part of the community.
We are Healthcare Partners of Nevada.
We're Healthcare Partners of Nevada.
We are Healthcare Partners of Nevada.
Contact us today to learn more about our promise to patients and to find out how you can see a Healthcare Partners doctor.
We want to make sure that the citizens of Knight County, and not only Knight County, which I represent, but also the state of Nevada, are aware that the sheriffs support the Second Amendment. And we felt that was very important for us to write that letter to our constituents. I put it on our website, knightsheriff.net, the letter, and it's signed by all the sheriffs, all 17 sheriffs of Nevada, and basically saying that we represent them, we support the Second Amendment, and we're actually asking for the legislatures not to just look at guns, but because that is a tool that, of course, people use for violence, but actually look at violence itself. As you're aware, is not only the citizens of our state and across the country are victims of violence, so are law enforcement. And we get in the same situations where domestics and so on and so forth, where we're subject to the violence as much as anybody else. We have ways of protecting ourselves, unfortunately, at times, and you can tell that we have lost people here in Knight County, but also across the country and in the state of Nevada as well, to the same violence as we're losing citizens to. So it's basically supporting the Second Amendment, giving the constituents our position. The letter is going to be sent to our local representatives in the state of Nevada, the state representatives, but it's also going to be sent to the federal representatives, including the office of the president as well.
You also ask for a change in HIPAA laws so that they can have background checks on people who possibly have a record of mental illness.
That's correct. Remember, in Virginia Tech, if the information was shared that was known about this individual's mental status, is that he wouldn't have been able to purchase the guns that he purchased and committed the acts of violence in Virginia Tech. The problem is that everybody's looking at assault weapons. First of all, assault weapons have been outlawed in the United States in the 1980s. You can't own one unless you go through a whole bunch of process with the ATF. And what they're looking at is semi-automatic weapons. And in fact, it was a show, Living for 32, which is done. The gentleman's courageous. He's a survivor of the Virginia Tech shooting. And there's a part in there where a NYPD officer basically, and I'm typing on a computer, he's talking about this assault weapon that was used, and only police in the military should have this assault weapon. And what he was talking about was that, because I had to actually wind that back to know what he was talking about, because I knew that, from my understanding, there's only two handguns we use. One is a 22, one is a 9mm. And basically, he was saying that the Glock is an assault weapon that only should be in the hands of the military and the police. And unfortunately, that's the mentality that people look at. They're not looking at the assault weapons are illegal. They're military weapons, all military weapons, and what they're looking at as semi-automatic rifles, basically, they're declaring assault weapons. They're clearly not assault weapons. I know they're talking about magazine capacity. And if you look at any of the shootings that we've had, is that these perpetrators actually bring more than one weapon to the site because they understand there's going to be magazine change. They're very much aware, and these are things that are planned out in the future, not something that's instantaneous. So we're just trying to represent to our citizens and to the federal representatives that we understand violence. You outlaw these weapons only to, and we actually say it in our letter, only the criminals will have, outlaws will have weapons. But the fact of the matter is we support, and the Second Amendment should be supported. Second Amendment should be protected by our legislature, and we as the sheriffs will protect the Second Amendment on behalf of our citizens as well.